Crunchtime Entertainment. I'm LonZell Hill.
My name is Mysterio Clark.
We back at you for episode 2. So first, we're gonna hit you with the topic: where are these 2016-2017 Warriors ranked all time? Now we know they went on a historic run, and you know they're breaking barriers. What do you think, Mysterio?
I think honestly, I would say right now they're ranked probably top 3. I don't think they're past the 72-10 Bulls, nor the Showtime Lakers. It's hard because they had a historic run, you know, going 16-1, you know, percentage-wise and just record-wise. That's the best record all time in the playoffs.
And that may never happen again.
Yeah, and it was their first year together, so you have to think that this could become a dynasty. This could become something scary, you know. Your top 4 guys, they're 29 and younger, you know, so that says a lot.
Exactly. They got a lot more time to make things happen. I mean, who's to know whether they're going to be even better next year? Where I rank them is number 1 overall. And I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers, you know. The old heads out there that's watching this video, they can be like, hey, you know, hey, them Showtime Lakers, you know, Magic Johnson.
Them Boston teams with
them Larry Bird, you know, Michael Jordan and all them. But the thing is, Michael Jordan has Scottie Pippen, you know, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
But those guys did not have the skill that these Warriors have. These Warriors are putting up 115 a game pretty much.
Easily.
You know, and the era is different. The era is small ball right now. You know, and that goes to, you know, what the Warriors have done. They created that small ball type of look for teams to model themselves after. And even in the finals, the Cavaliers had to switch it up and they had to go small ball where LeBron James was the center. That doesn't happen, and that didn't happen back then, you know. The Showtime Lakers had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar where he's holding down the middle. He's not running with these Golden State Warriors, you know. Even though he may be very dominant on the offensive side, the defensive side, he's going to be a liability. And Draymond Green is going to expose him if he's the center.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, Kareem may expose, you know, Draymond, they have help. And plus, Kevin Durant is 7 feet, as everyone is calling him now. So he's easily a help side defender. And then, you know, these Lakers of new, where it was the Kobe and the Shaq, you know, they may be dominant, but Shaq can't run with these guys. They can't put up the points that these guys are putting up.
Derek Fisher versus Stephen Curry.
Exactly, and Stephen Curry is cooking.
Derek Fisher's not getting 10 points.
No, Derek Fisher's going to have to play old man ball where you muscle him up. You know, and that ain't going to work too long.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyronn Lue get in there as a backup and he's getting 8.
Stepped over.
So, exactly. He getting stepped over. So, where I see these Warriors is number 1 because of how much points they put up, and they're overlooked at the defensive end.
I mean, I don't say it's too soon because they had a great year. Even what they did last year, we would have called them the greatest team if they would have won the championship. Yeah. And so honestly, in my opinion, that was the greatest team because they had the best record.
Right.
You know, they came, you know, less than a minute short of a championship. They broke 73. So I think that was the greatest team, but they didn't win, so you can't call them the greatest. And then, like you said, this year
they added Kevin Durant.
They went 16-1. And so it's hard for me just to say they're number 1 only because their first year together.
Right.
And so I kind of want to see how they adjust, you know, with winning, and can they come back? Can they repeat? Can it be a dynasty? Can they have a better record next year? And now can they go 16-0 in the playoffs? Right,
so possibly next year they might be the best. They might be ranked number 1, but right now.
But I mean, it's a legit argument though right now they can be ranked number 1. I mean, the numbers is everything. The scoring differential. They had the best defense of all time, quote unquote, in the playoffs and the finals. On paper, if you're looking at stats, the numbers would agree with you that they're the greatest of all time. Right. So it's like people are always gonna say Jordan, this and that, Scottie, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr, blah blah blah. But it's like, it could really go either way, honestly.
Exactly. I mean, and it's a matchup that we'll never see.
Yeah, only 2K simulated.
Exactly. So it's only debatable. And there you have it. We're going to move on to another possible great. The big man, number 99 from the New York Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Home run.
That man right there.
He's a beast, man. He's a beast.
So, we're talking about possible greatest, and we're going to go on to this topic of, is Aaron Judge on pace to be the greatest of all time?
I would say it's so hard to tell because, you know, it's his first full season, but if he keeps this up, He will definitely be in the talks of greatest all time.
It's a big season for him.
And I don't want the Yankee haters, you know, the Boston Red Sox fans to come at me crazy, but I honestly think that, you know, with all of his numbers, with him leading the team and having them on top of the AL East, it's kind of hard to say that, you know, what he's doing right now isn't historic, especially as a rookie. He could probably become, I think, the second or third rookie to ever win the Rookie of the Year and MVP.
Right.
And that says a lot because it's hard to do that in any professional sport, let alone baseball.
And they're already comparing him to Derek Jeter.
And he just retired.
And Aaron Judge just started. They may look a little similar, you know, whatnot, but
yeah,
the numbers are speaking. For people to compare him to Derek Jeter, you know, one of the all-time greats, if not the all-time great Yankee, that's saying a lot. And they're #1 in the league right now. You know, he's #1 in home runs. He's leading the league, and he has all eyes on him. They made a section for him in the Yankee Stadium.
That tells you so much. He is a rookie that has his own section.
Right, and they don't have any plans of moving this section anytime soon, you know. So it seems like he's going to be around for a long time. That section may be there for
till he's
20 years.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, with his numbers, and he's only going to get better because I don't see him as one of the people that are going to sophomore slump next year.
No.
I think he's just going to keep getting better. The Yankees organization is just going to keep getting better, and with him leading them, you never know how far he could take them.
Exactly.
And once he starts winning championships, then we could really have that conversation. Will he be the greatest of all time?
He's a big name player. He has the stature of Rob Gronkowski playing baseball.
Yeah.
And he weighs more than Gronkowski, which is crazy. When a great player like that continues to be great, as we see him doing for, you know, years to come, he attracts players to want to play with him. And that's what's going to make them championship caliber each and every year, because who's not going to want to play with one of the best players in the league? Aaron Judge is a rookie, but there's nothing but promise. We are waiting for it. As a Yankee fan, I love to see it. They kind of went down. They went down for a second when Derek Jeter left a little bit, but they're on the way back. I mean, well, they're there now. We'll see in October how things go.
I'm looking to see how November goes.
Amen for that.
That's my personal opinion. Speaking of greats, Floyd Mayweather, he has announced yesterday on Instagram that on August 26th, he'll be fighting Conor McGregor.
Put him up! Put him up! Come on, McGregor.
McGregor, I hope you're in the gym, because it can get ugly.
I hope you're in the gym only because people don't want to waste their money in a first-round knockout.
You think it's going to end first round?
I don't think it's going to end first round, but I know for a fact that Conor McGregor is going to lose.
Oh, that's definitely.
You know, and
definitely.
Mayweather's been out the game for a little bit.
But he trains every day.
Exactly, he still trains, and he's still Money Mayweather. You know, he's still going to do what he does. He got that shoulder. You know, he got a little power. I don't know what kind of power he got now, but at the end of the day, Conor McGregor is going to get beat, and I just want to see a fight that at least goes 6 rounds.
I don't like this fight though, honestly. I mean,
it's a money fight.
He's 49-0. You're going for 50 against a guy who's never boxed before.
You're right. You're right.
Think about how that looks at your reputation.
You're right.
You're going for the best record of all time, 50-0. Nobody's done that before. There's been 49-0. There's been 49-1. You're going for 50-0 against somebody who's never fought before. It's good that he's getting back in the ring and he's going for 50-0, but I would rather see it against a more worthy opponent. But if you think about it, who's worthy of beating Mayweather? He's 49-0.
I mean, anybody that's coming up in the game right now is worthy. Anybody who has a good fight, who, you know, has any kind of name right now is better than Conor McGregor, because he has no name in the game of boxing. Boxing is totally different from MMA.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
Conor McGregor, he has no experience in boxing, and he's a ground type fighter anyway, so it doesn't really make any sense. But what makes sense is the money, and this is Money Mayweather. You know, he is after that money. They have it netted at $604 million. Money, he knows where. Yeah, he knows where his mind is. He knows he's about to beat Conor McGregor's ass, and that's it. I mean, Conor McGregor is there for the check. He can't wait for the fight to be over. He can't wait. He's like, "Ooh, I'm about to get in here. You know, I'm gonna make it look good a little bit for the first couple rounds, but after that, I'm just trying not to get knocked out."
Yeah, honestly, how much he's been talking and how much he's actually kind of been trolling Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
You know, Floyd's not good. Floyd's gonna come out like, you know, probably a little bit more motivated to knock him out than other opponents. And then going for 50, you don't know what motivation you could have going for 50.
I mean, he knows he has 50 in the bag. It's just all about how much revenue can I generate right now. I'm going to build this up. You know, he might even talk to Conor. He's like, bro, build this fight up. Do what you do. You know, do your antics, get mad, get crazy, throw stuff, just so people will want to watch the fight. I mean, you're not going to tell them you're going to get your ass whooped, but...
At the end of the day, I'm going to win. So I'm going to make the most money. All you have to do is, at the end of the day, I'm going to make the most money.
Right.
But do it on your side to promote the fight, because people are already going to come just because it's Mayweather, but think about it. You want to promote so MMA, fans come to want to see you fight, not just me get a victory.
Right, exactly. So, Connor, go and get your check, bro.
Yeah.
This is the most money you've ever made in your life.
By far.
Therefore, go get your check. Just please let it get past 6 rounds, man. Just hold on. Just hold on. Play defense.
And land some. Land some and talk. I want.
Yeah. We want to see a show.
Land a couple.
So, we're talking about people going at it. And something that's been in the media is from KD.
Finals MVP.
Talking about Kyrie being better than Allen Iverson. He didn't even play against AI in his prime. If he did, he probably would have got that Jordan cross.
My thing is, me personally, this is going to shock everybody. Pound for pound, I think he's the greatest of all time, Allen Iverson. 6-footer, the things he did,
big state.
The things he did at being 6 foot, I mean, he was an animal. Put it like this: in Game 1, he single-handedly, with that Lakers team that was 15-1, they walked in 11-0, and he took that Game 1 in overtime by himself.
Yeah, he did.
6 foot.
He did. He
6 foot.
He's a one-man show.
He's a one-man.
He didn't really have much around him. He had a whole lot of role players.
He had Eric Snow, Mutombo.
Aaron McKee and them.
Yeah.
So he did his thing. But Kyrie is an animal,
but he's not better than.
Kyrie...
He's not better than Iverson.
Kyrie's handles are sick in the fact that...
He wouldn't even have handles if it wasn't for Iverson.
But he doesn't do the Iverson cross. He has more of a...
He's more of a finesser.
Footwork type of player.
Yeah.
And he can finish with the best of them. AI was a finisher. And he was at the rack. He wasn't a three-point shooter.
AI would dunk. AI is way better than Kyrie, man. He's way better.
See... At the end of the day, we're going to look at their handle because they both got handles. They're both short.
They're both point guards, yeah. Yep.
So, Kyrie, I would say, is better than Allen Iverson by a hair. And the game has evolved in such a way where you have to elevate. You have to elevate your game. You have to somewhat model your game after the old school cats. And I'm sure he can watch plenty of AI tape. Because he's a man that gets to the rack. He doesn't settle for threes like, Steph Curry or so.
Man.
Hey, and Allen Iverson was one of my favorite players. I done had finger bands.
Me too.
And all the Iverson shoes. And
the jerseys.
Y'all know about them finger bands.
The headbands, the answer armband.
Had us wearing do-rags, hooping.
Right.
Come on, man. Who's wearing do-rags, hooping, letting it hang and flow in the wind?
Right. It had the headband on it.
It's hard for me to say that Kyrie is better, but I gotta go with the MVP KD. I got to.
No. Okay, put it like this. If you put Kyrie Irving on that 2001 76ers team, do they get a win? Put it like that.
That's a good way to
put it. Like that. Do they get a win?
That's a good way to put it.
And that tells you everything. Prime on prime. And that wasn't even Iverson's necessarily prime. That was his 5th year in the league. Matter of fact, and this is Kyrie's 6th year in the league. So if you put this year's Kyrie...
Again, no. If you put last year's Kyrie...
But he was better this year, though, in my opinion.
You're right, but at the same time...
Oh, if you put the 5th year?
By 5 year.
They definitely don't get a win.
I say Philadelphia 76ers with Kyrie Irving in his 5th year get 2 wins against the Lakers. Put it there.
Tyronn Lue will be guarding Kyrie instead of, how he was guarding Iverson when he fell? That would have been him on Kyrie.
And Kyrie finishes everything around the rim. Iverson got to the cup, but he didn't finish everything around the rim.
But, okay.
And he ain't dunking on Shaq.
Nah, but I'm saying Iverson was just so rude.
He was a ruthless player. He went in there, he took the contact and everything, but I'm just saying Kyrie as a finisher, as handles and this and that.
Well, Kevin Durant said he had better skills than Iverson, all around. Only thing I give Kyrie, he's a better finisher. He's a better finisher for sure. That's really, I don't know.
That's all you can say, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's a better shooter. Defense, I think it could go either way, but if the game was on the line...
They're both liabilities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're both, it's hit or miss with them, honestly. I think Iverson had the better crossover. In terms of handles, you could say probably. No,
it's even right there.
It's even. Yeah. Kyrie's a better finisher, but Allen Iverson's a better shooter.
Okay. We can say that.
But no, stick to yours. Kyrie's better.
No, I'm sticking to mine. I'm sticking by a hair.
The eye test tells you they're very similar.
Both average about 2 assists.
0.4 blocks in a 5-game span.
Exactly. You know, we're talking basketball. So, these young up-and-coming cats that are going to get drafted on June 22nd. Quick top 5 mock draft right now. Who's your top 5 right now?
With my number 1 overall pick, I'll have to go with Washington's very own Markelle Fultz.
Okay.
Second, I think the Lakers should select De'Aaron Fox. Third, I got Philly selecting LonZell Ball.
Ooh, Philly, LonZell Ball.
I think that'd be nasty with Okafor. You got Okafor. Nice. I think Nerlens Noel. Was he? No, he's not. Joel Embiid.
I would kick Okafor out the picture because
he doesn't seem like he wants to be there. Honestly,
he's a 6th man.
Yeah, and then
if not 7th.
My 4th pick, I have Phoenix getting Josh Jackson, getting more athleticism, another big down there.
They need that. They do.
In Sacramento, bring in another guard and get Kentucky's own Malik Monk. I
like Monk, and going into the college season, I was really looking at Monk like as one of the top 1-2 players in college, and now I'm seeing, as you know, teams are going into this draft with needs.
Yeah,
he's dropping, and so he's not so much a top 2 player anymore, and he fizzled out a bit. But
he was on fire in the beginning of the season.
He was on fire, and his athleticism was crazy.
Yeah,
he could shoot it, and he was athletic, and so I like Monk. But I'm gonna go my top 5. Number 1 overall, Markelle Fultz from the UW. I'm gonna go number 2, the Lakers, the Lake Show. We're gonna add to that Showtime, and we're gonna put LonZell Ball in the mix. Put LonZell Ball with D'Angelo Russell, man. As long as they can just get along.
We're drafting LeVar. We're drafting LeVar.
Shit, LeVar can sit on the bench.
Not courtside.
I don't care. He can sit on the bench as long as he don't say nothing. That ain't gonna happen. But number 2, LonZell Ball. Number 3, Josh Jackson. Another athletic 3. That'd be a good one. So number 4, I'm going with Tatum.
Duke boy.
I'm gonna throw a Duke boy in there.
Ooh, Blue Devil.
I'm gonna go Duke boy. I'm gonna go Tatum.
That's a good.
From one video I seen, this man hit about 10, 11, 12 threes in a row. He's a shooter. He's a scorer.
Yeah.
And he's long. He's lanky. And who's to know if he ain't gonna grow? You know, a little bit more like Paul George or Kevin Durant or something like that.
Get bigger.
Yeah. So he's a good 3 for the Suns. And they don't need another point guard. Phoenix Suns, stop drafting point guards, man.
You should have kept Isaiah. You wouldn't even be in
I'm saying you had about 3-4 point guards on the team at one point. You can't win being small like that. You gotta draft someone bigger. So
you're not the Warriors.
Exactly, and the Warriors even got a guard that's 7 feet now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the Suns need to get bigger, and they need to draft this guy Tatum. And coming in number 5 is that Kentucky Wildcat De'Aaron Fox. And De'Aaron Fox, I am high on him, but he reminds me of a John Wall. He's more of a slasher, speedy guy. The thing is, he doesn't give as much dimes as John Wall does, but he's just as speedy, he's just as fast, and he gets to the rack. He's just left-handed. He can't shoot though, and that's the thing that's putting him down for me, is that he can't shoot. And LonZell Ball, he'll hit a step back 3 in your face. Yeah. And so Fox, Ball, they're right here, but I put Ball above him because he's more of a playmaker. He can score, he can shoot it.
Yeah.
And he's 6'6", a 6'6" point guard, basically guard.
That's nasty. That's Kobe with the Rock, pretty much.
Exactly.
Except for he's like a little faster.
Yeah, him and staying in LA, that'd be nice. So I'm gonna go with Fox at number 5 for the Sacramento Kings. That's a good top 5. I think a lot of people will have that same or similar top 5.
Different orders maybe, but I could, yeah.
Right.
Similar top 5.
And
for sure the number 1 pick could be the same.
Right.
I can guarantee you that.
Well, that's pretty sure.
Yeah.
You know? And LeVar Ball, you know, he's putting a lot of negative, you know, media towards LonZell Ball because he's saying he's better than this person and he can do this and that.
Yeah.
And people are going to come for his head. But at the end of the day, it's a game and you should be coming at somebody's head anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, you should be going hard at them anyway. So it's just going to be a game of basketball and he's going to show out. And that's in my opinion. He's going to show out. LeVar can't do too much when it's in an NBA arena. You know, he doesn't have that much say.
He'll be on a tighter leash too because Magic and them won't play that. Like they could, how New York banned Charles Oakley for like that little hot minute.
Right.
LeVar,
who's to know? Yeah, who's to say that's not going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, he's going to know his boundaries, and I think if he gets drafted to the Lakers, he'll slow down, you know, with all the talking and stuff.
Right, because that's the ultimate goal. He got there.
Yeah, he got his son with the exact team that.
Right, just focus on your shoes.
Yeah.
Focus on them Zo 2s. Focus on the Zo 2s.
What were the Zo 1s though? The Zoes.
Father's Day and the draft so close together.
Foot Locker asked us to reflect on everything dads do for us.
On our journeys to the NBA.
So many memories.
All those games of one-on-one in the driveway where he let me win.
Just never missing a game.
Of course, there's that big day when your dad berates your high school coach in front of an entire crowd for not getting you enough touches.
Waking up early to drive to all those faraway tournaments.
Or that special moment when your dad sits you down and tells you where you're going to college. Copyright your name to make it a part of a family lifestyle brand. Went on First Take and shouted back and forth with Stephen A. Smith about how you're already better than the reigning league MVP. All those interviews from the stands during college games, the public spats with the all-time great, soundbite after soundbite to the national media, and then tells 29 out of 30 teams to not bother drafting.
And fishing. We went fishing a lot.
Speaking of parents, you know, being a little overbearing in athletics and, you know, in sports, kind of living through their children when they weren't able to do that, you know, LeVar Ball averaging 2.2 points a game.
More points than LeBron in college.
So, how do you feel about parents and what they do to get their children to succeed and living, you know, vicariously through them?
I think with parents, I think the ones that didn't succeed or that, like, you know, had the opportunity, but let's say they were like a knucklehead in high school or college or they got injured, you know, because there's a lot of times where, you know, we had our Uncle Jay, you know, he got hurt in college, you know, he had knee problems and he could have been in the league with dad. So I think, you know, just parents, if they come short, I think they don't want to see their kids come short, and I think that the thing is they believe in their kids, and so like even though they like push them hard and hard, how like dad will push us, I think they know that once we make it, the reward will be so much greater than what we had to go through to get there.
Right.
But also, I do see where it's like parents, they really live through their kids' dreams. You know, even when I first started running summer track, I remember it would be parents that would be hot and tell their kids, like, you know, I'll physically harm you or do X, Y, and Z if you don't win this race or be such and such. And then it's like parents, like, just how they, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to go to the top, and I'm going to have this and that when my baby makes it. You could tell that some parents, they do live through their children, especially when they're good. They really live through them. It's funny because there's still parents out there that really live their dreams with their kids, and not even their dreams, but it doesn't have to be sports, even money. In order to get rich, they're going to have their kid do X, Y, and Z in order to get them over the hump and get them to the top.
This is their get-rich scheme.
Yeah, their kids are their get-rich scheme. I don't know. It's sad, but I mean, it happens. Like, it's life. But it's also those parents that are really supportive and that can see the potential in their kid because, you know, either they have potential and have something, you know, major go wrong, or they're trying to help their kid get to the level that their kid wants to be at.
Right, and there's those kids that aren't even, you know, necessarily so good, but their parents are pushing them in this direction because they see, you know, the Kevin Durant's moms and the Steph Curry's moms and the LeBron James moms. Yeah. And they're like, I want to be that mom, you know, the one whose kid gets so big that he buys me a home, he buys me a car, and he buys me this and that. And so a lot of parents are living their lives hoping and wishing and pushing their kids so hard in order to live that lifestyle because they weren't able to achieve it on their own. Then there's those parents that are pushing their kids so hard because the kid says that they want to be, you know, right in this position. They want to be, you know, a big money maker, or they want to be the top player in the league, and so they're pushing them. And that, I see that being a good reason to push their kids, because you're pushing your kid towards his dreams and his goals. You know, so that is not necessarily, you know, living vicariously through them, but that's more so pushing them to the point where they want to be great. You know, they want to be this great, so this is what I'm gonna do in order for you to be this great. And so there's those parents. But, you know, when you're on the outside looking in, you don't necessarily know exactly what's going on behind the scenes in their home. You know, and so it may be that, you know, the parent sees the potential in their kid and they want to push them, you know, in order to be that good. And then there's the parents that are just like, ooh, I see the money, I see dollar signs all over my kid. I'm going to push him so hard, you know, because I want to get rich and I want to make money. And I kind of see that being LeVar Ball's category, even though, you know, he has some great kids, but he is selling shoes for $500 and this and that in his son's name.
I could be wrong, but I think, like, marketing, I think he already knew his son was already going to get to the NBA. You know, everybody knew about LonZell Ball in high school. But I also think that he, in a sense, he's living his dream through his kid because, like, demands he makes and this and that, and just, like, how he talks in the media. But at the same time, I think what he's doing is he's trying to get him and his son exposure as well. So I think he's being smart by doing that. I think he knows what he's doing pretty much.
Right, he knows.
I think he knows what he's doing, but I think also a little bit of it is him being greedy for himself because he's played collegiate basketball and he didn't make it to the professionals or whatever, whether it was overseas or in the NBA. And for him to have, you know, potentially 3 sons that can do it, with the first one being LonZell,
he's trying to speak it into existence. He's trying to make it happen. So,
exactly.
I mean, there's that type of parent. There's all type of parents, but at the end of the day, the parent has to be looking at what's best for the child. And, you know, you can't be thinking about yourself and what types of things that they'll buy you, but more so think about the child and what he really wants to do in life and his you know, great attributes. And if he's not that great in this sport and he doesn't want to play sport and he kind of shows that he doesn't want to, I mean, you can't just push the child and just because they may be better than you doesn't mean that you need to live vicariously through them and live out your dreams because they have, you know, the potential to be great or even just be okay. You know, I've seen some parents who push some kids that were terrible, but they're pushing them so hard because I think that they see dollar signs and they see what this could, you know, end up being. But I know talent, and the kid was not good. The kid was not good. So, you know, just know your limit and be there for the right reasons. That's what I say to these parents. You know, and speaking on, you know, parents and LonZell Ball and these young players
making it to the top.
We're gonna go to the topic of these predictions for rookies. I didn't put my piece out there. I said LonZell Ball is gonna be great. I'm not saying he's gonna be the best point guard ever or nothing like that, but I'm gonna say
he gotta pass Kyrie. Or he gotta pass AI first.
Ooh.
Then he gotta pass Kyrie.
I'm not gonna say he's up there, but
his dad does.
I say that in his first year, I say he averages 15 points.
Yes.
6 assists.
4 rebounds.
4 boards. Yeah, we can agree on 4 boards.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with 15. You know, I think that he should be a starter. I'm not saying he's gonna be a starter immediately, but I say 10 games in, LonZell Ball will be a starter for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Whose spot is he taking?
He's taking that 2 spot. Jordan Clarkson. And Jordan Clarkson is a 6th man. He has 6th man written right on his forehead. 6th man. So, you know, go be a 6th man, Jordan. You know, you got your nice little contract. You know, milk it. Just be that 6th man because LonZell Ball's coming for that spot.
Yeah, I think my bold prediction, honestly, too, is I think LonZell Ball's gonna win Rookie of the Year.
You don't even like Ball.
It's not even him, honestly. It's his dad. It's just what comes with Ball. It's like a lot of baggage. It's like
Ball baggage.
I think he's gonna have a great season, though. Honestly, you know, if the Lakers do get him, I won't be mad at all. You know, I'll be really happy, honestly. But I just don't know if they will get him because they said he actually looked a little sluggish and he looked out of shape in his workout.
Right.
So they offered him a second workout, I think, this upcoming weekend.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I think they
a week or so ain't gonna put you in that much better shape.
But they said he had the flu. His dad said he had the flu.
Okay, excuses, whatever, man. But at the end of the day, LonZell Ball is your man, and I think he should be that guy. Yeah. So, there you have it. It's Crunch Time, episode 2, in the books. See you next time.
See you later, alligator.
See you later, alligator.
Slick City.